Hi everyone, my name's Lauren and I just got off the phone from my Disney College Program phone interview. I thought I'd make this video just to help everyone because I know that I was super nervous about it and watching these videos really helped me, so here we go. Firstly, I applied for both the Disney College Program in Disneyland and Florida. I'm originally from California, so Disneyland is my home park. It definitely holds a special place in my heart. It's just, Walt's first park. It's just so charming and all the history behind it. So applying to Florida was kind of a big decision for me. It's kind of a big step out of my comfort zone. I've never been there. It's a huge, great unknown, but that's kind of what makes it exciting. And also, two of the roles that I really wanted, which were floral and conventional guide, are only offered in Florida. So I thought, hey, maybe Florida is the place to be. So I went ahead and applied for that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started on just how my interview went and like the order of how the questions went so you guys can get a feel of what to expect. So firstly, when I answered the phone, my phone actually dropped the call, which is horrible, and I was really embarrassed. She called back in a couple minutes, but I was freaking out for those couple minutes. And then following that, I got a hold of her, and I calmed down. Make sure you take a deep breath. But firstly, she noticed that I had applied for a professional internship and that this would be additional questions more relevant to the Disney College Program. And she let me know that it would be a little more general, so that was nice. The first few things she asked about were if I was familiar with the Disney look, which is basically no dyed hair, like crazy colors, no big like gauges or facial piercings or tattoos that are visible, and then which I don't have any of those, so I guess good for me, yay. And then she asked if I had ever lived with roommates or what my living situation was, and I do currently live with roommates, but I had never shared a room at college, so she asked if I would be comfortable living with 2 or 3 other people, which I definitely feel like I can. I'm pretty easygoing, so that just depends on what you're comfortable with, but know that you probably would be sharing if you choose Disney housing. And then she went ahead and asked why I wanted to do the Disney College Program and what I thought I could gain from it. This question, I feel like, really just depends on you personally. I thought at first I was going to approach it with more of a professional outlook on work experience, but I really feel like the best way to describe why I want to do this internship is because I love Disney, and I kind of just listed the reasons like why I admire Disney so much and think it would be so good for my professional career and that I could gain a lot of valuable skills from it and just along the lines of that. So, it's really just kind of one of those that you just have to go off script and go with what your heart is saying, and I think that will shine through how much you want it. From there, she had a look at my past experience. She looked at the most recent work experience I had had and asked what my favorite parts about it were, what was challenging about the position. In addition, she asked if I had had any safety problems while at that job, and I hadn't, but I'm sure if you did, that would be really good to include in your reasoning. And then she asked if there was a time when there was a conflict and how I handled that. And from there, she asked if I felt I worked better individually or in a team. And I kind of don't think I directly answered that because I said that I was comfortable with either, that there's been times where I've worked in teams and I feel like teams can be beneficial because everyone has different strengths that they can put to good use, but that I also do well and I'm very productive when I work on my own. So I said either one would be fine with me. And then she asked if I was okay working outdoors or indoors and standing on my feet for a long amount of time, which I feel like with any Disney job, you kind of just have to be able to do that because it is operating all hours, all day, every day, during holidays, whatever weather. So, yeah, so I was comfortable with that. And then from there, she went ahead and mentioned all the roles that I had put down on my list. And she kind of started asking specific questions about certain roles that maybe they, are in high demand or something. So, a few of those were floral, which ding 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 is the one I really really want. She asked if I was gonna be okay or if I'd be comfortable driving a large van delivery truck around Walt Disney World, which would be for like floral deliveries. And then she also asked if I was comfortable lifting 50-pound loads, which I used to raise livestock animals, so I'm kind of used to lifting feed bags and stuff, so that was no big deal for me. And then also if I would be okay driving a forklift, which I kind of was like, I'm an ag major, so I've driven a tractor, and I feel like I definitely eventually might need to drive a forklift, so this could be beneficial, and it could be a skill that I could gain. So, just embraced it. And I actually feel like I might need that skill, so cool, right? And then from there, I had put attractions on the list, and she asked about that, what I would do if a younger guest was too short for the ride, what I would say. So I kind of just made a false scenario and said like, oh, princess, I'm so sorry, but you're just a little bit too short for the ride today. Can I show you some other great fun rides to go check out, and then maybe next trip you'll be tall enough to ride this one? And then also she asked if I had any problem with heights, which I'm not afraid of heights, so I said no. And then she asked about merchandising, which was more specifically, I think was something maybe, I don't know about in Walt Disney World, but in Disneyland we have Marcene's Confectionery, and she said it would be like making candy apples or peanut brittle, stuff like that, and that wasn't really something I had thought about with merchandise, but I love baking and baked goods, and I make cake pops all the time for my roommates, so I was like, I'm sure I would love making desserts and yummy treats for all of, like, Disney and yummy food. That's just, yeah. So, anyways, then she mentioned PhotoPass, asked if I had any camera experience, which besides my iPhone and my digital camera, not really much experience. I took like a photography class through my 4-H club, but that was about it. And then she asked me what were the 2 roles that I thought I was most qualified for. And for that, I put floral and conventional guide, which were the 2 I really want. With floral, I have experience working at a flower shop. I've taken floral design, and my major is actually plant science, so it's all very relevant, and like it would be the most beneficial for what I'm studying in school. And then conventional guide is a lot of events and setting up for like Mickey's Halloween party and escorting guests across the park. So that was something else. I do a lot of like event planning with my clubs and stuff at school, and that kind of pertains with the floral industry. So that was my second choice, and that pretty much concluded it. It was not very many questions, not as many as I expected, but I either talked for a long time or just the time went like that, because that was pretty much it. She just gave me a little update on when I should expect to see acceptances, and then from there she had me ask any questions. I just had a question about taking online classes, and then I asked her what her favorite part about working at Disney was, and that summed up the whole interview. So overall, I thought it was a really positive experience. She made me feel really comfortable. I had been really nervous all day, and I thought it ran really smoothly. My professional internship, I was so much more nervous. I was scatterbrained, and what helped me with this one, I think, is that last night I watched the videos of people and their tips, and then throughout the day I had time to like review questions and practice in front of my roommate. And then right before, or like an hour before my interview, I just wrote some bullet points. Also, make sure that you know which roles you're really interested in, because your interviewer will ask you why you think you're qualified, or they might talk about any of the roles that you listed. So make sure you know which ones you're talking about. And other than that, be confident. You can do this. I did this. Anyone can do this. If you can dream it, you can do it. Yes, I just threw out a Disney quote, but it really isn't that bad. And I think that if you don't get it, just try again. Um, it, it's an exciting time, and I'm just looking at it as an opportunity, and we'll wait and see how it goes. And I wish everyone else who applied the best of luck, and hopefully I'll meet some of you on this Disney journey.